Good morning. This is the Paradise Unicorn Priestess, bringing you day 270 of A Course in Miracles, the Yin translation, where we use female words. This would be September 27th if you're starting at the new year. Who are their pupils? Certain pupils have been assigned to each of God's teachers, and they will begin to look for her as soon as she has answered the call. They were chosen for her because the form of the universal curriculum that she will teach is best for them in view of their level of understanding. Her pupils have been waiting for her coming is certain. Again, it is only a matter of time. Once she has chosen to fulfill her role, they are ready to fulfill theirs. Time waits on her choice, but not on whom she will serve. When she is ready to learn, the opportunities to teach will be provided for her. In order to understand the teaching-learning plan of salvation, it is necessary to grasp the concept of time that the Course sets forth. Atonement corrects illusions, not truth. Therefore, it corrects what never was. Further, the plan for this correction was established and completed simultaneously, for the will of God is entirely apart from time. So is all reality being of her. The instant the idea of separation entered the mind of God's child, in that same instant was God's answer given. In time, this happened very long ago. In reality, it never happened at all. The world of time is the world of illusion. What happened long ago seems to be happening now. Choices made long since appear to be open, yet to be made. What has been learned and understood and long ago passed by is looked upon as a new thought, a fresh idea, a different approach. Because your will is free, you can accept what has already happened at any time you choose, and only then will you realize that it was always there. As the Course emphasizes, you are not free to choose the curriculum or even the form in which you will learn it. You are free, however, to decide when you want to learn it. And as you accept it, it is already learned. Time really then goes backward to an instant so ancient that it is beyond all memory and past even the possibility of remembering. Yet because it is an instant that is relived again and again and still again, it seems to be now. And thus it is that pupil and teacher seem to come together in the present, finding each other as if they had not met before. The pupil comes at the right time to the right place. This is inevitable because she made the right choice in that ancient instant, which she now relives. So has the teacher too made an inevitable choice out of an ancient past. God's will in everything but seems to take time in the working out. What could delay the power of eternity? When pupil and teacher come together, a teaching-learning situation begins. For the teacher is not really the one who does the teaching. God's teacher speaks to any two who join together for learning purposes. The relationship is holy because of that purpose. And God has promised to send her Spirit into any holy relationship. In the teaching-learning situation, each one learns that giving and receiving are the same. The demarcations they have drawn between their roles, their minds, their bodies, their needs, their interests, and all the differences they thought separated them from one another, fade and grow dim and disappear. Those who would learn the same course share one interest and one goal, and thus she who was the learner becomes a teacher of God herself, for she has made the one decision that gave her teacher to her. She has seen in another person the same interests as her own. So in this section of the manual, we have explained to us that once a person has caught the vision, even if just in a tiny sliver of the oneness between themselves and even just one part of the creation, the Holy Spirit is then able to begin using everything that this person encounters as a teaching aid. And We are to understand that when two people meet in the dream with the blessing of the Holy Spirit, they are both teaching each other. In essence, both are teachers and both are pupils. And whenever the Holy Spirit has been invited to participate, because the Holy Spirit will never violate your sovereignty and your free will and will only enter when invited, these experiences can become very effective tools of transformation and openings for miracles to happen, rather than just deepening into pain and into the illusion. And as we spend time with the Course and we deepen our trust in the kindness that love offers to everyone, it is easy to be happy and excited for these influences to come in, for us to find new ways to be open to them, because it makes beautiful everything that it touches. We are also reminded in this section of the illusory nature of time, how everything that we think of as happening has never happened, which is the basis for forgiveness, the erasing of the seeming harm done by actions, and then the forgiving when one realized that no harm was done. So in the illusion of time, we encounter things that invite us to undo what time seems to have done. And this happens most effectively when we ask for help from the Holy Spirit. I might add my own personal opinion that it only happens when we ask for help of the Holy Spirit, which we may do without realizing that's what we are doing, since every thought that we have is a prayer. When our thoughts appeal to love, when our thoughts appeal to the reality of the oneness, that our interests are the same, that there is no difference between what seems to be the interests of someone else and what seems to be your personal interests, when we see the logic of it, that is when we make that appeal to love, when we invite love to be the deciding factor in how we perceive everything. But again, we are reminded that time is an illusion, that all these things already happened. The instant the idea of separation cropped up, it was already answered. The answer was done. It's just that from our perspective, we then entered into this simulated dream illusion that seems to have time and space in it, and the undoing of which is kind of like moving backwards in time, because it is an undoing of that which time seems to have set up. We see beautifully described how the specialness that separation created for destructive purposes and the special relationships that the separate self created for destructive purposes are turned to the purpose of healing in the hands of love, so eloquently described here. Today's the last day that we review What is the Body, found in the show notes, and then go on to Lesson 270. I will not use the body's eyes today. Mother, Christ's vision is your gift to me, and it has power to translate all that the body's eyes behold into the sight of a forgiven world. How glorious and gracious is this world, yet how much more will I perceive in it than sight can give. The world forgiven signifies your child acknowledges her mother, lets her dreams be brought to truth, and waits expectantly the one remaining instant more of time, which ends forever, as your memory returns to her. And now her will is one with yours. Her function now is but your own, and every thought except your own is gone. The quiet of today will bless our hearts, and through them peace will come to everyone. Christ is our eyes today, and through her sight we offer healing to the world through her, the Holy Child whom God created whole, the Holy Child whom God created one. That is our lesson for today. Happy practicing.